Dear children, I once again welcome you to the online class. You may ask a question, I eat all the fruits, vegetable, everything. Then why? What is the need for me to maintain diet? So, the food which we eat, it has nutrient in it. But not all the nutrient completely reaches our body. For example, vitamin C. It is an important nutrient, but it is destroyed while cooking, during cutting of vegetables and fruits. Some vitamin C is lost. And then when vegetables and fruits are washed after cutting, listen, fruits and vegetables must not be washed after cutting. Before cutting, the vegetables and fruits must be washed and then it has to be eaten. It must not be washed after cutting. If you wash it after cutting, all the nutrients and which is present in it will be lost. So, we must not cut the vegetables and then keep it for a long time, because if we keep that for a long time, the minerals and the vitamins and the water content which are present in this will be evaporated. So, before cooking, we must not cut the vegetables and keep it in the air for long time. So, we'll move to the next. So, on the minerals, what happens to the minerals which is there in the food? Minerals also get lost when it is cut. So, then while we are washing it, it is also cut. Nutrients like vitamin B and C are also lost when the foods are boiled or soaked in water. But what happens to that boiled and soaked water? We throw it away. Have you seen in your houses that murung leaves are there, no? They used to boil that with water, but they don't pour that water out. They used to drink it, right? Because that water contains a lot of vitamin and nutrients in it. So, all the vitamins like A, B and C etc. are lost when the food is cooked and then when the food is cut, when it is washed. So, it is the need to take the right amount of nutrient to our body. Shall we move to the next? Yes. So, obesity. What is mean by obesity? First, I will say why obesity is caused due to fat. So, if we take too much of junk foods, it may lead to obesity. Obesity is nothing but it is a medical condition in which excess body fat has accumulated to the extent that it may have adverse effect on health, leading to reduced life expectancy or increased health. You may see in some of the people, those who are fat, they are not able to do their work by themselves. They are not able to kneel down. They are not able to climb the steps because the fat which has been accumulated over the body. So, this is called as obesity due to the accumulation of fat in the body. And then next you are able to see here body mass index. What is this BMI? Have you heard about this word BMI? Tell me yes or no. Yes, it is a simple index of weight for height. Have you went to hospitals? Have you seen any BMI charts there which is pasted in the hospitals? It will be weight, age and then height. If you are in this age, you must have this weight and this height. Not more than that and or less than that. Yes, that is called as body mass index. And it is used to measure and classify weight, overweight and obesity in adults. Now I will tell you something about this obesity. Okay, obesity. Obesity not body. Obesity we have seen. So next one is body mass index. In this body mass index, you are able to see, first we need to measure the weight and height. So, it is based on the fat which is present in our body and it applies both for men and men and women and also for kids. So first there is a formula to find this. If you have a pen and note, just have a note of it. Just have a note of this formula. BMI, body mass index, is equal to kg. Kg is nothing but kilogram. Kg is nothing but kilogram, that is your weight, divided by m square. M is nothing but meter, square of your height. So BMI equal to, that is body mass index, is equal to kilogram divided by height, that is meter. Height is measured in meters, right? Weight is measured in kilograms. So kilogram by meter square. So you may, by using this formula, you can find whether you are obese or not. So if your BMI answer is in the range of 18.5, if your BMI is in the range of 18.5, you are considered as underweight. If your BMI answer is 18.5, by using this formula, we will find it out. And if it is less than 18.5, it is underweight. If your BMI is between 18.5 and 24.9, 18.5 and 24.9, it is considered to be ideal. That is, you are in correct BMI. And then if it is more than that, if it is more than that 25, it is considered as overweight. If it is more than 25, it is considered as overweight. I hope you are clear. So what is the formula for that? BMI equal to kilogram by meter square. For that kilogram, you just measure your weight and write that. And below that, for measure your height and then write square the height. Consider 2. Square of 2 is 4. Likewise, find out your height and then make a square value of it. And then you just divide this both, you will be get your BMI. And then compare it with the values. 18.9 underweight, and then 24.9 to 18.9, it is ideal. More than 25, it is considered as overweight. I hope you all clear this, and we will move to the next one. So these are all the some pictures given for obesity. So World Obesity Day is observed on March 4. World Obesity Day is observed on March 4. So see here, what are all the food items he is eating and how obese he is. See here, ice creams, chips, and then bakery items he is eating. So due to obesity, here the machine get bursted, right? And then here also see. So these are all the some food items, that is mainly because of the junk food items we get obese. And then next. So if our body is deficient in some of the nutrient, it may leads to deficiency diseases. If your body is deficient in vitamin A, it may cause some diseases. If your body is deficient in protein, it may cause to some diseases. So the diseases that are caused by the lack of some particular nutrient in a person's diet is called as deficiency diseases. Diseases that are caused by the lack of some particular nutrient in a person's diet is called deficiency diseases. Here there are given some deficiency diseases. First, these diseases are caused due to the deficiency of vitamins. So vitamin A, night blindness, and these are related with eye problems. So what they used to say, vitamin A is good for eyes, and then D, rickets. E, deficiency is very rare, like sterility in males and abortions in females, and then there may be anemia in newborn infants, and vitamin K, bleeding. So vitamin D, I have said you something about vitamin D, right? I think that we have been very fast yesterday. So I will explain you once again about this Vitamin D. What is the main source of vitamin D? What is the main source of vitamin D? Yes, very good. It is sunlight. Sunlight is the main source of vitamin D. What is the rays which comes from the sun? The rays which comes from the sun are called ultraviolet rays. That is UV rays. These ultraviolet rays helps to improve our body, and it helps to give us some of the nutrient for bones, blood cells, etc. It also helps to take in use of certain minerals like calcium and phosphorus. See, calcium, phosphorus, these all we are able to get from where? Sunlight. And then I said newborn babies, they are used to kept that newborn babies in the sunlight for some time daily morning, because the substance called bilirubin. What is that substance name? Bilirubin. Because it is a substance which is formed due to the breakdown of red blood cells in the body. If the red blood cell breaks down, that bilirubin will be formed. It is like some yellowish color. If it occurs in our body, it may lead to jaundice. So only they used to keep the kids sometimes in the sunlight, because with the help of sunlight that bilirubin gets break down and there are less chances of getting jaundice. We'll move to the next. And then next, disease caused by deficiency of vitamin D. One more thing is what? Vitamin D is rickets in children, I said, right? Rickets. Vitamin D is essential for development of bones. Development of bones, as I already said, absorption of calcium and phosphorus. So, when vitamin D is deficient in the children, so their bones became soft and it may become bent. You are able to see a bent legs of this kid, right? So, it is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin D. So, these are all the mineral deficiency diseases. Minerals like zinc, copper, cobalt, selenium, molybdenum. And then, so if zinc is lost, it is deficient, it may cause to loss of taste and delayed wound healing. If zinc is not there in your body, our wound would not get heal fast. And then here there are some of the diseases which are caused due to mineral deficiency. Shall we move to the next? Yes. Then, so iodine. Iodine is one of the minerals. Iodine is one of the minerals. Iodine is important for our body, and so if this iodine is deficient in our body, it may lead to a disease called goiter. It may lead to a disease called goiter. Goiter is nothing but it causes swelling in the neck region. It causes swelling in the neck region of thyroid. And where is the thyroid? It is here, right? It may cause swelling of that thyroid gland. So, this disease is caused due to the deficiency of iodine. Next. So, we will have a recap of everything. We have seen what are all the components of food, and then test for the nutrients, and then we have seen what do all these food items do in our body, and then balanced diet, need for diet, uses of diet, and then diseases, obesity also we have seen, right? BMI, what is the formula for calculating BMI? Kilogram by meter square. And then diseases which are caused due to the deficiency of nutrients, they are called as deficiency diseases, right? Okay, next, these are our homework questions. So, first question, name the diseases caused due to deficiency of vitamin A, iodine and D. And then next question is, eating of continuous fats leads to. Then what are the sources of dietary fibers? Try to answer all these questions. This is your